Hey guys, Rock and Robo here with my first episode on Legion Arena. So, this is a strategy game, as I'm sure you're aware. As I said, I wanted to bring strategy games to the channel more, and this. But we have 3 campaigns here to choose from. This is the tutorial one. I'm not going to play that. We've got the Romans and then the Celts, which we can only do once we have completed the Roman campaign. Now, I want to make sure, yeah, okay, we're on very hard. Going to be playing this on the max difficulty. So, yeah, I want to destroy the current army. We are the Romans. We can name all of our units, so obviously I shall be leading our troops into battle. And the first thing I'm going to do is disband them. And disband them. And buy these guys. Not them, these guys. I'm keeping the militia around. They're good meat shields, so they take arrows and stuff. This is the first unit that's really going to be doing work for us. Light infantry, so it's good in cover, sort of like forests and heavy terrain, but is weaker in open terrain, so you got to be kind of careful with them, but they're very good. Now, since I can name these units, the intention is to name each of these units based upon who has commented in previous videos. Obviously, since this is the first one, we shall instead name it after the man who is supporting the channel on Patreon, Free Tempest. So that is Free Tempest's unit. I know he's probably not watching, but if you are, there you go. You got to name it a unit named after you. The militia we won't name because they're just there to die, and I don't want to name any of you guys after that. So we'll go into the campaign. I'm not going to play any of the cutscenes, but I will read the dialogue on screen here. The cutscenes are just super long, and it would like double the time this series would take. But anyway, the first battle is Defiant Farmers. My first task is to enforce our own rule on the local farmers. Emissaries have been sent but ignored, so now I must use force to ensure the farmers pay their taxes. I don't expect much resistance, so it will be a good opportunity for you to test your abilities and those of your men. The farmers are taking up position in some fields. The fields are flat and open, which will not hinder cavalry or heavy infantry. We don't have either of those. Though there is a patch of forest on the left flank which cavalry should avoid. The farmers are not trained soldiers, so don't expect them to charge forward recklessly. They are likely to be reluctant warriors. Kill a few and the rest will run. So this is our deployment. It will usually say, this is information over here. This is my leader. Sometimes you need him to live. Sometimes you don't. So, but you don't want him getting isolated because he's really helpful to have because the army needs him to fight on basically. But this is the rewards we'll get, that's our objective. That's the mission, sorry. That's our objective, and that's how many squads we can have. 20 is the max you'll ever have, but you'll find that until later on you won't be anywhere near 20. They will charge, and he will advance. And there we go, we'll leave it at that. So we'll mess around with the controls, the camera a bit, and zoom in. Now these buttons all do things. This means everybody will stop. This is something that, when you see these icons here, the arrows go to orange. You use that and it will rally them so they won't run straight away. And this one, that looks sort of like a magnifying glass, I guess. That is saying you how well they will do in their current terrain. So because they're in open ground, they're restricted. Whereas if they were in the forest, they'd be an advantage. Your leader will be effective on any terrain. So that's something to remember. We'll charge the leader in now. He's only been wandering up until now, so he can charge forward. We're going to kill him quite easily. This is a very easy first mission, in all honesty. So here we go, we've got the leader there. Sort of sitting in the centre, ready to support whoever needs it. And the first missions are very easy, which is why we won't actually get any money to buy units, which kind of sucks, but... Okay, so here we go. They're orange, I've used the rally. They're now disordered. They will keep fighting for a little while, but not for long. So you've got to really take the advantage when you have to use that rally call. Usually you don't use it on just militia, because like I say, they're there to die. It's usually there if these guys are going to run. But as you can see, we're cutting down the farmers pretty easy. No surprise there, we have proper trained infantry. And there go our militia, they're fleeing. Once a unit is fleeing or routed, then obviously they're no use to you now. They are not going to be fighting anymore. And we just need to kill a few more. This button can fast forward it, so if you do that, it goes as if the game's on cocaine or something, but that fast forwards it through, so you can do that. Funnily enough, our militia is the one that leveled up. Now, the militia are there solely to take damage, so anything I level up with them is to either give them more damage or make sure they don't run as quickly. Or to make sure they take less damage, sorry, not do more damage. But we'll go on to the second, which is the Latin Expedition. To the south of East Rome is your home, Latium. Latium is united against Rome, and although ethnically very similar, they want independence. You have been sent with the Roman force to extend Rome's influence. You know how they fight, how they think, and Rome would use you against them. The forces of Latium block a narrow headland. A large patch of rough ground runs down the left flank of the battlefield. This will hinder cavalry and heavy infantry. Their light infantry will be at home in this rough terrain, so you will need to draw them into the open if you wish to use cavalry against them. Now I don't, so that's fine. I don't believe... Okay, no, they don't have any, oh, God. Skirmishers, so we don't really have to worry about the militia being used to take any shots. What you will notice, these guys actually have throwing spears, so they will throw them before they finish charging. The militia, great. That's exactly what I wanted to see happen. I wanted to see them basically distracting two of the units while we kill this unit. As I say, militia are there to hold up the enemy and just die while we kill the rest of their army. They're in a bit of a shit state, really, because they're in open ground as well. So, and they're getting flanked. Yeah, that didn't take long. But we've routed that unit in the same time, so that is fine, because my guys will do brilliant here. They're not going to surround us either, because we're actually forming up quite a nice little battle line here. My leader's in the centre of the fight as well. I lead from the front, ladies and gentlemen. I don't hide behind my troops. I feel a bit offended it doesn't put my name there. It just says leader. I have a name. I am not just a leader. We should be fine here. There we go. That's the first unit broken. I believe the horseshoe that you see is basically he's killed it with a cavalry charge. Or the horse has killed it, I'm not sure. I never actually found out what that one means. The yellow numbers are the damage we're doing, the red numbers are the damage they're doing. Which is pretty self-explanatory, I think, but I thought I'd better say it anyway. Right. I want to do defense stuff on my leader as well to keep him alive. We'll go with the dodgers now. They do less damage, but they have bonus agility, so they're better at dodging. They channel their inner ultra instinct. And I will go with defense on Free Tempest as well. Because you want them to be able to take the punishment. Right, mission 3, Sabine ambush. Sorry, ambush. The Sabines are a warlike tribe occupying the mountainous area to the east of Rome. They often raid Rome's land, and the time has come to deal with them. You are leading the vanguard of an expedition into their territory. Your small force has made good progress, but the main body of the army has been held up by the baggage train. As you emerge into a clearing, you see a line of Sabines formed up directly ahead. There are a lot of them. They have sprung an ambush, and you are caught in the middle. The main army is too far behind, so you must face them on your own. It's late in the day. If you can hold until nightfall, it will give you a chance for reinforcements to arrive. You have just enough time to form a battle line before they will be upon you. Remember, all you must do is survive until nightfall. When the Sabines know your reinforcements are close, they will run. Right, so it says survive for 100 minutes. It's not, it's 100 seconds. If it was 100 minutes, we'd be here all day. As I'm sure you can obviously tell. So, yeah, that's an error in just in the game. It says it for any mission where you've got to survive for a certain amount of time. Now, these are all peasants, so they're really no match for my units at all. Even the militia will absolutely mangle peasants, so... And you're a little too central, my friend. Let's stick you over there with the militia. Now, 100 seconds isn't that long at all, really, to survive in this. Because it's taken, what? It didn't take too long for the battle lines to join. So the militia are going to get mashed as usual, but if we can, I'd like to break off some of these guys to go and help the fight over there. Damn, they're not moving. I put the leader over here to hopefully try and keep the militia going a little bit longer. Alright, they're broken, which means that... Oh, yeah, now we're going to come in from the side and just absolutely mangle them. Go, my light infantry. Go on, Tempest. You got this, buddy. I have to say, Though I wouldn't trust 3 Tempest with a sword and shield in a battle line personally, but that's another story. Alright, we're just mashing them. The only thing they do damage to is my militia. Oh god, the poor militia. Look at them. You fought valiantly and died for a worthy cause. We're going to have killed quite a few. That's at least 3 units we've made flee now. Nearly 4. Nearly 4 units we made break, which is pretty damn good. Nice job, guys. I'll do one more battle. So the militia leveled up again. I want the junior NCOs for the bonus morale, so they won't run as quickly. Oh god. The Etruscans, I'm going to say Etruscans. The Etruscan civilization dominated the Italian peninsula from around 700 BC. They continually looked for ways to increase their power base, and this led to conflict between Rome and Etruria. An Etruscan force is headed towards Rome, but you do not know its numbers. Your scouts have been blocked by a small contingent of Etruscans at a river crossing. You've been tasked with punching through and scouting the main enemy force behind so that Rome can properly prepare. Rivers can be treacherous going, so try to avoid them with your heavy troops and cavalry. The Etruscans are formed in a small patch of rough ground, with many skirmishers out in front. So this is going to be a tough nut to crack. Your legate must survive, which is me, to scout the enemy force and carry its report back to Rome. So this is where we have to play a bit smarter. What we're going to do is this. Now, the reason I'm doing it like this, these are both skirmishers, so they have long range stuff. I don't want to get hit with long-range weaponry. So these guys will be going front and centre. We'll actually have them charge through to there. And those guys can charge through to there if we can, because they're not actually advancing. What I need to do, you see, I need to get my troops into this so that they're not fighting them when they are in that and we're stuck in open ground. Alright, the skirmishers have nearly used all of their ammo there. That's really good. I think they've only got 1 shot left. That's it, they've used all of their shots. Okay guys, let's give a shout out to the militia. They took all of those shots, they did their job. And now the main line is here. We'll keep the leader in the back, he shouldn't take that many hits there. He says as he watches him get surrounded. We should be able to butcher all of these things pretty easy. I don't think there's anything there that can really cause us too much of a problem. But we'll have to wait and see on that. Alright. Shit, they broke. I wasn't paying attention. I looked away for a second. Damn, that didn't work at all. Our leader's dead. There we go. Alright, we need another batch of militia, I think. Okay, we'll go back in. Obviously, we need to keep them a bit... sorry, a bit more distracted. And have those guys charge. Right, we'll try that. I thought that that would be fine, but obviously a few too many units, and I forgot to hit the rally call when the opportunity arose. So that's bad play on my part. I'll take responsibility for that. Now I need you guys to just charge through onto them. You can lead forward and help them. Now this shouldn't be too bad of a fight for my militia, because skirmishers are not great in close combat. They're great at supporting with their long-range weaponry. It is a little bit of a shame that they broke that easy. These are going to be... yeah, they're getting shaken already. What are you throwing at? Alright, we're doing a bit better this time. We're making a few units run. These guys have held the line very well over here, to be fair. They've killed 6 skirmishers as well. I'll give them credit. Now they're broken, okay. That's fine. We did better than I expected of them, so proud of them. Proud of them. They did a good job. They can have a nice little rest now. Alright, we're not close to needing a rally call either. Now we are. Okay, there we go. Rally call. That should be able to hold them in place now until we finish them off. Ooh, leader's looking dicey. Help me, my troops. Kill them quicker. Okay, we got them. That shows off the importance of the militia. The militia really are quite crucial on the harder difficulty. Easy difficulties you can get away with it. You won't really have to worry too much. Also, going for feint for more damage. Swordsman's a good one as well for chance to hit, but I just prefer straight up damage. But the militia are really good at... let's just change their shirts so they're two different units. They're just good at soaking up damage and distracting enemies. You can, right now, if you sell your 2 lots of militia, you can get a second unit of them. We're not going to do that right now, but I'm going to leave it there. So, how I'm going to do this for naming units, it's if you comment. So if you leave a comment, you're named as a unit. That's as simple as it is. Tempest got named, obviously, because, like I said, he supports the channel on Patreon, so big shout out to him. I really do appreciate it, you know, having that. It's really, it means a lot. So thank you again to Free Tempest, and thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. I do love this game, and I think a lot of other people would if they gave it a shot. It's nice, simple fun, and if you want a simpler version of Total War, pick it up. It's cheap now, so if you can run it, do it. But anyway, once again, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, please hit that like button and subscribe for more of my videos. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notification when I upload. And I'll see you all next time.